All right, it's time to do some work to my first Italian love here. You know, I just can't resist those dark-haired ladies. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and today I just got in the mail this gasket and O-rings, which I want to use to fix this incredible leak that is happening all the time on this injection pump. And yeah, see there, it just dripped some more. So we're going to try to take the top off the pump, and we are going to fix that, make it more better. And as you put this back together, you also need to be paying very close attention that you get everything right so that stuff doesn't go bad quickly. So we're going to figure out how to set you up maybe down here. That might be just as good of angle as any. I quickly realized that I should have probably brought a pliers, which I did not do. Silly me, thinking that I could get this easily. You know, it was just a few months ago when we put this all together, so it should come apart, but it ain't going to. So I'll go get something. All right, well, we're gonna force it as per usual because we can't find the right stuff, you know. Trying to figure out what's happened here. It almost looks like, I think it did. I think this leg has somehow rolled around and it's not letting it. Which doesn't matter. I mean, we can easily get a new one, but just for ease of use, would it not make sense to just go ahead and work? Come on off of there. Come on off of there. Come on off of there. There. Okay. Well, that part was way more difficult than it had to be. Okay. Let's lay that down. Or not. This is not the pliers I really wanted, but as so many things in my life, I have to just take what I get. Oh my goodness. Why are we playing this hard to get game? Just because the side panel is on? I mean, because I ain't taking that loose. That's a lot of work to get that off. What is the deal, my friends? This is a simple process. There. Okay, let's lay that down. Now, this is going to make a mess, obviously, because underneath this cover, it's full of fuel. And on this tractor, it's mounted at an angle, so it is going to dump some fuel, I'm telling you. There should be a little washer there. The new one comes with them, so I guess it ain't no big deal, but that one came with the nut. Alright, let's come off of there. Let's just coat the side. See, now it's not going to rust. That's good. Alright. Now, there's what I'm talking about, that we have to be particularly careful about here. Let's see here. Let me get that spring unhooked. Can I get it unhooked? How? Like this. Come on, come out of there. There we go. Very gentle. We must not lose that piece, and we must make sure that this gets hooked back into this little jobby here. So, very, very, very important. Very important. Now, at first blush, one would think that it was this gasket here that's leaking. But in fact, that is not the case, I don't believe. I'm going to put the new one on because I got it. I believe that it was leaking from the, what am I trying to say? It was leaking from the top shaft here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, the thing, the throttle shaft. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the throttle shaft and this is your fuel shutoff. And I'm 99% sure it's leaking out of there. So we're going to take that apart as this continues to drip and make poor life choices. And we'll just work right here. I mean, there's no reason why working over gravel wouldn't be a good idea, right? It's probably going to leak the whole time now that I think about it. And I probably should shut the fuel off first. I don't know why I was thinking that it would quit. That's foolishness. It's gravity feed. Alright, now it should stop. It is slowing down, if not stopped. Okay, cool it. So if we take this off of here, I'm trying to remember, I'm pretty sure it's flat-sided, so you can't screw this up. But it's good to take notes so you don't make a mistake if you're not sure. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a flat-sided shaft, so it's fine. Come off of there. We'll let that sucker hang. We'll take this off. Then we'll wiggle our throttle shaft out of here. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. There's 2 O-rings. Let's do this one first and then we'll do the other one. And probably a pick would be a good thing to have. And get our little baggie. I think all 4 O-rings are the same on both shafts. There are 2 on each one. So I think we're good there. Let me grab a pick. Okie doke. Let's get this dug out of there. It just, I mean, you can see that they're flattened and they're kind of brittle. So that was their biggest problem. I mean, it didn't leak all the time, but especially if you left it parked nose down, it seems like it would leak pretty aggressively. I don't know. Do I know? Not really. I'm not that smart. Come on. Now let's accomplish something. It's getting to be that time of the year where it's kind of depressing. I don't really know why. It's just like harvest isn't here and school started and I don't know. There's lots of projects to do, but I just can't get psyched up about any of them. It's kind of like being stuck in limbo. There's a lot of stuff I need to be doing, but I don't really want to be doing anything. I just want to sit around and make money doing nothing. Okay, let's get in there. O-ring number 1. Or not. Okay, well, hopefully the next one will pass over. There we go. Those are much more better. You can see those. I brought along a little bit of grease. I'm just going to go ahead and grease these up as we put them back in here. I think everything looks good inside. There's no issues of any kind. It's just a matter of, oh, you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, well, there we go. We need that little top piece. We'll put this one back together first, and then we'll, that was looped under there. Okay, come on. Now, if all's right, that should be fine. We're gonna find lock washer and our little acorny nut. Flying creatures buzzing around your head, sure. Sure. Oh, I got a Tweedledee out of my phone. Sure. Alright. Technical difficulties. We will now take this one off, which is much the same procedure. However, you could royally screw this up. Not really royally, you'll figure it out, but to save yourself some heartache, take note of where your little doohickey is here, because if you put it on the 180 out, you're not going to be able to shut your fuel off, and that wouldn't be a sad day. So that's what I'm telling you. Not a big deal, but still a deal. Come on. Come on. Oh, geez, come on. There we go. There we go. This one might actually be more of the offender than the other one, because it looks like it's a lot more of a mess. Well, I just dropped everything on the ground, but that's fine. We'll get this loose. There's one. Oh, that one's super hard and dry, so. And if there's anything we know, hard and dry is not as good. Okay. Get out of there. Boy, there we go. Did I get it? I got it. Okie doke. Let's clean this a second. I'm very, what do you want to say? On injection pump parts, you don't want to be aggressive. You want to, wipe with a rag, and that's about what you want, because there's a lot that can go wrong quickly if you start sanding on stuff that's supposed to be precision fit and what have you. So don't do that thing. That's what I'm saying. Come on. We'll get it. We'll get it. Oh, the smaller the O-ring, the more concentrated the fun. You know? Come on. Come on. Jump over there. Jump over there. One more. A little bit of lube. Like I said, take note. You know it had to be over in this direction. And then you put this on. And then you put this on. Now you should be able to not accomplish anything. Excellent! There we go. Yep, good deal. Oh, I'm bad about holding stuff outside of the frame of the camera again because that's just the way it is. There we go. Now, this is going to be our very difficult piece. I want to wipe this off. We can take this out for a second. Make sure we got a clean surface here with no watchamies on there. Your fuel is going to probably still be leaking slightly, but that's fine. Alright, so we'll put this in there as such. That's how it goes. Let's clean up this. Give it a good wiping. Put this in there as such. We have to hook up our spring, which goes in this little jobby here. And this is not a thing I can do where you're going to be able to see. It's just not, it don't go that way, unfortunately. It's going to be everything I can do to just get it to go the way it is. There we go. You're on the right. There we go. Alright. Now, you see we got to get that little nubbin into this little jobby here. Like I said, this is very difficult to do in any kind of way that you can see what's happening. I need to just be focusing on myself. Sounds like I got it. And I should be able to feel that one way or the other, shouldn't I? I'm pretty sure I got it. We're going to call that good. And we're going to put our new little fibery washers over there. Or we're going to put one over there because we probably dumped the other one. There it is on the ground. Okay, good. All right. I think we're going to have us something here. Maybe. And that thing that we might be having is an engine explosion. You just never know. I mean, now what you're going to want to do is keep going until you crack the cover, because you're an idiot. And probably also you want to go to where you don't have the gasket centered, and I don't know. Just seems like you could do a better job, you know. That's what you're going to want. I feel like I can do better, but I never can. No. There, did we get it? Seems nice. Now, we're going to have to accumulate more cotter pins because we just didn't do too well on this. Let's put the fuel shut-off one on. What else do we have? This is the one we need to replace, but actually, no, I can't do this one because if I remember right, both of these rods have two different size holes. I'm gonna have to go get a new one of these or something. That's why that one was such a problem, because for whatever reason, they're both different. I do remember that now. There we go. Okay. Well, we can test her out as is, but what we don't want to do is we don't want to forget to turn the fuel on and run it out of fuel, because these are a bear to start with no fuel. And we're going to hope that this fixed all of our leaking issues. Let's go ahead and turn the fuel on, get another cotter pin, and we'll see what happens. Okay, the fuel is on, and I don't see any dripping, so that's kind of nice, if that works out for us. See, here's the one that I think this should be, and it did not want to go through there. That was the trouble I had last time. That's why that one was rolled over. I remember that now. And then I thought, good enough. And then that's what happened. See? I'm not going to get it. Both legs aren't going to go through. There. Nicely. Come on, you bastard. Then I think I did this number here. And then I tried to turn it like that. And that's what I did on the other one. Oh well. It looks like we got her. Of course, now everything is just coated with fuel. But we need to do a startup and double check to make sure we don't have a catastrophic failure. I don't think we will, but I find the best thing is to not have a plan B. Just roll the dice. I don't know what's happening here, but it seems like it's idling much faster than it did. That's odd. I don't know why that would... I think it must be just in my mind, right? Wouldn't it be? But it sure seems like it's... Maybe that's good. Well, I have no idea how much footage we got. I was talking to a camera that wasn't on. It shut off at some point. So, anyway, I guess I'll start over what I was saying, but I think we got this. It doesn't look like it's leaking anywhere, but time will tell. We're going to have to run it and see, you know, as things heat up, and there's still a lot of fuel that's coating things and hanging in places from where it was leaking before, so we'll find out. But I think we're in good shape, and I like the way it idles now. If you didn't get any footage of that, I adjusted the idle speed on it. For some reason, it acted like after we did this, it didn't want to idle down. So I don't know if I bent something a little while I was doing this, but I ended up rotating this brace, and that really helped hold it up above so it goes all the way to idle, and changed our linkage here. I think that our biggest trouble was it was leaking out of these O-rings. You know, people see leaks and they think, oh, gasket, got to be what the trouble is. Well, you want to look up as high as possible, because it was leaking up higher and running down. So it wasn't just the gasket. I actually think the gasket wasn't leaking. It was just from up high. But like I said, time will tell. The whole kit was like $9. So that isn't bad for these CAV Lucas pumps or whatever. But yeah, you just need to be careful when you take stuff off of an injection pump that you get all the stuff hooked back inside correctly. Because if not, on some pumps, you could have a bad thing happen, like it runs till it doesn't, you know, goes wide open and goes boom, and you don't want that. So the biggest thing on this one was just, you know, hooking that spring back in the hole, and then making sure that this little shut-off thing was in that little hook, and then we're good to go. So I'm going to call this a win for now. I'm sure that life will kick me in the teeth on something else, so, you know, this is just one of those small victories that will be overshadowed by failure later, but we're going to take it. So, as always, if you like the videos, give them a thumbs up, because that helps out and keeps us going here, and it doesn't cost you anything. That's the great part about it. Leave a comment. I like to hear your comments. I'm getting behind again and not getting them answered, but I'll plug away at it and try to get caught up. I do read them, but sometimes my brain can't process it enough to come up with a reply instantly. So anyway, I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, leave the comment. Tell me what you like or don't like. Tell me what you want to see in the future. Tell me you hate my guts, and that's fine. You know, people do that all the time, mostly women, but that's cool. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.